It's been 30 seconds since 7:30.
Oh, so we should be talking. All right. Okay, good evening, folks. This is K5LYN. My name's Lynn. We get together here on Wednesday evenings and talk about the early days of single sideband. A lot of vacuum tube radios are heard here. A lot of people running hybrids, and a lot of people that are on more modern radios, and are interested in what we're doing. And certainly they're invited too. Buy-sell trades are welcome if they are boat anchor related. And if you have a technical question about a radio you're working on, this is a good place to ask the question. Let's take a standby and see if anybody needs this frequency for any emergency use before we carry on. K5LYN. Well, I don't hear anything, but with the storm in the Gulf, we could have. All right. Let me make a comment here, too. A lot of us are operating radios that were made 50, 60, even I have one that was operated 70 years ago. And those were the early days when all the companies were trying to learn how to build a single sideband transmitter. And they didn't always get it right. That was a time of trial and error. So if you hear a radio on here that was built 60 years ago or so and isn't quite right, give that individual a little elbow room. Those are the roots of the radios that we're operating today. All right, let me talk to some folks that I know are here, and then we'll pass it around. I think maybe Ron, KC5BZ. I heard you earlier. Are you still around, K5LYN? Well, we might try him later. How about Dennis? Dennis, I said you were going to be third on the list. What about W5LSB, Dennis?
I'm here. Good evening, everybody, and everybody duck their heads. I hope the Louisiana folks don't get hammered. My youngest daughter's coming up from Houston. She was down there during Ike, and she don't want to be without power or nothing. She gonna leave her husband with a dog, and he's on his own. So anyway, that's all that's going on here. We're just hanging out, and wanted to maybe check in tonight. I got the old Hooter hooked up, and everybody I think knows what it is. It's a 3CX 3000 with about 5,000 on it, so it plays. And that's all I got. The rest of it is all new junk. Anyway, it's good to hear everybody. All their junk is sounding good. Even me listening 4 wide, so everybody's getting kind of nailed down around here, it looks like. Been a long time since I hung around. Good evening, God bless all, and y'all have fun. W5LSB, the Piney Woods.
Hey, Dennis, did you build that 5,000-volt power supply for that radio?
No. Craig, over in Louisiana. I call it my Cajun amplifier. He built it for me.
Yeah, that's a lot of volts. The biggest number I ever got around was 3,000, and that made me nervous. So, all right, be careful, Dennis. You're sounding good. Anything else for the net tonight? Okay. How about by the way, I failed to say, I'm not on my Heathkit primitive station tonight. This is the Collins S line, the S3 line. KK5DR. Matt, you still there? K5LYN.
Yes, I'm still here. Still here at the Fat Chicken Ranch. This is KK5DR, Matt. And just outside of Page, Texas, on the Fat Chicken Ranch. And we're using our Fox Tango 102 Yaesu 36146s in the final. My bird peak reading digital meter tells me it's maxing out at 198 watts, and that's going up into the double ZEP at 60 feet. And using a Yaesu Mike Delta 1 desk mic on it. And that's about it from the ranch. Got a new Radio Cat here, and of course doesn't care at all about radio. Just wants a laugh while I'm doing my radio thing. Thanks a lot to everybody. Catch y'all later. KK5DR.
Outstanding, Matt. Great signal, wonderful audio. That rig is talking up a storm. All right, moving on to my neighbor, TXW. What do you say, George?
Hello, Lynn, and all around the net from WB5TXW. Yes, this stuff still seems to be working. The 32S175S3, the microphone 444. No amplifier yet. The 75-meter dipole Fuzzy 450 on twin lead. And yes, Lynn, you need to get yourself a flex radio to get yourself straight with that carrier stuff. And yes, Onward Through the Fog was indeed the motto for our age group here in Austin back then. I think I still have a few of those stickers if you want one. We got them from Oak Willie's. And that's it. So I'll sit back. It's a pleasure to hear everybody on the real radios on the net. WB5TXW back to net.
Very good, George. That station's working great. And yes, Onward Through the Fog. We've been through 30 years of it. All right. How about Bill, WA5DSS? Bill, you still there somewhere? K5LYN.
Yeah, this is WA5DSS. We are in Kerrville, Texas. We're running a KWM2 and a newly acquired 30L1. And just happy to be here. We have a storm just to the west of us, and I don't know how long I'll be able to stick around, but I think it's going south. Anyway, WA5DSS, back to net.
All right. I don't know if I've ever talked to you about this or not before, Bill, but on the power supply for your KWM2, does it have the relay installed so that it takes all the current off the on-off switch on the front of the transceiver?
On the KWM2, what I have is I just put it, leave it on the on mode the whole time, and then I turn it on and off on just a surge protector. So it's kind of crude, but it works.
Yeah, that works just fine. If you ever decide you want to get fancier, the way I did it, you can stick a relay with a dot of silicone seal on the back of the power supply right over the serial number. And some Collins collectors would freak out over that, but you can always take it off, right? But a relay right there will go on the back of the supply, and you can run wires to it without making any new holes in the chassis to the already existing holes there. That's the way I've done mine. It works just fine. Anyway, but what you're doing works fine too, Bill. Anything else for the net tonight, over?
No, I don't have anything else. I do, I have heard, talking about that switch, that there's somebody in the collectors group that has designed a switch that will take the current and it fits right into the KWM2. I don't know anything about it. I just heard this the other day, listening to a podcast where the current president of the Collins Collectors Association was being interviewed. So I may check into that. I don't know. Anyway, WA5DSS, back to net.
Okay, that's good to know. I hadn't heard that. And I think the acting president, KE1RR, Scott, whom I know, will follow up on that and see what he knows, because the existing switch is guaranteed to fail if you don't change it out. So what you're doing is just fine. All right, moving on. WB1E. What do you say, Doug? K5LYN.
Who cares?
Okay. Well, back to the Boat Anchors Net here. This is Doug here in Bryan, Texas, WB1E.
And thank you very much, Lynn. And, the finest hour of the week. And talking to you all tonight here on the regular Swan 500. And it's making about 108 watts. Going into a classic Henry 2K just to make sure I can be heard tonight, and we're going out through a flat top V-beam, no balun, no transformers, nothing. When the elements are brought together close enough, the impedance comes down to 50 ohms, so it's cut for 75, and so the RG213 is living just fine and dandy. So anyway, a little worried about that storm down south, but watching it today, I mean, except for New Orleans, it's just nothing but green right now, so hopefully it'll stay silent and sleeping. So in any event, Lynn, K5LYN, and the Boat Anchors Net. This is WB1E in Bryan, Texas. Back to you.
Doug, your Swan 500 to the amplifier is a shot heard round the world. It's working. All right, N5 BTM. What do you say, Ralph? K5LYN. Good to hear you tonight. Yeah, that station's doing a nice job for you. Okay, I'm going to pick up LYLEIJMS and I'm going to give it to Jay. So, LYL, what do you say, Todd? K5LYN.
Hey, man. Hello, everybody on the Self-Science Tower and Amateur Radio. This is KA5LYL, Todd and Corpus Christi. And tonight, my rig of choice is my rig that's seen, well, I only have two HF rigs, and they both seem to handle this line noise halfway decent, as long as I crank the noise flanker on almost all the way up, and I turn on the manual IS-8 NOx filter. And it's a Kenwood, this one's a Kenwood TS950 Sierra Delta. And with this radio I am driving, well, the microphone of choice tonight is a Heil TR781 with an audio mod with two more high frequency response. And then going into an Ameritron AL80, Ameritron AL80. Let's see. Well, we're doing about, I don't want to whistle, I'll get everybody mad at me. I'll just say I tuned it up with about, I'm not driving real hard, about 600 watts. So I saw on a tune-up, so I'll just leave it at that. It's good enough for me. I'm only driving it about 50 or 60 watts. Tap into an off-center fed Jackal, except for 80 meters. Works on other bands too, but yeah. And it's about, I think the feed point's about 40 feet, or close to 40 feet, somewhere along in there. That's the claim to fame. Glad to know all the old radios online tonight. KA5, LYL, back to you.
Very fine, Todd. Nice signal into Austin. Mr. EIJ, how about it? K5LYN.
K5LYN and all the boat anchors. This is with the Alpha 5 Echo Indian Juliet, Joseph, and Magnolia. You guys are listening to a Central Electronics 200V. I'm listening to you guys on a Drake R4 Charlie. And Lynn, everything's about normal. Looking forward to seeing you in about a week or so. First beer's on me. And hello to Georgia. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. Back to Ned, over.
Yeah, I hope some more guys can join us over there at the Big Ham Fest in Slidell, Louisiana, coming up the following week after this coming weekend, and Central Electronics guys are going to be there a day or two beforehand. I'll get there on Wednesday the 17th. Hey, Joseph, how you like the sound of my S-line? I don't bring it down here very often.
Well, about 30 minutes ago before the net, I was listening on the Flex, and I could not find. I always am very easy to find your carrier, so I know where you're at. I could not find. You sound good, but I look at your carrier. I could not find your carrier tonight, and I said, "Man, what's going on with Lynn? He is doing something different because he does not have a carrier." And your rig, of course, it's Collins S3 quality, the best. Lynn, you got a good signal, over.
Thank you, Joseph. Yeah, Collins is still hard to beat after these 40 years. The mechanical filter is one of the things that survived into modern times, along with phasing type sideband generation, which was Central Electronics. But it's a pleasure to play with these things. Anything else on your end, Joseph?
Nope, looking forward to seeing you in a week. Bye.
See you then. All right, Mr. Jim, MS, talk to us. Then I'm going to give it to Jay. Over to you, K5LYN.
Hi, Lynn. I concur with the statement there. I was also listening on one of the blue pizza boxes earlier, and I didn't see any carriers myself, and the audio was top notch. You don't hear me compliment comments very often, so I'll just say it sounded real good. But at any rate, we are on the DR board tonight, and made a few changes last week. Still got the SB220 trying to reach you up there, but we are getting it all tuned out on a newly acquired 2060 tuner kit, and I do mean newly. Thing looks like it just come out of the box, but we'll manage to get some chips and smudges on here pretty quick, I imagine. And the reason we need a tuner is we got 135 feet of wire out there, about 20 feet in the air, that we try to use on all the bands. And that's about the size of it down here. Lynn, back to you.
Very fine, Jim. Hearing you on kind of a noisy night. The noise is increasing as the propagation ohms of it, I think. But I heard you 100%. Nice signal into Austin. All right, thank you for this signal report. Okay, I said I was going to give it to Jay, didn't I? Hey, Jay, KM5QS, let me pass it over to you. And if it gets back around to me later on this evening, I'm coming back on the worst Keith kit ever made. K5LYN. Take it away, Jay.
Okay, Lynn. KM5QS tonight. I'm at Alice, Texas every night, but on this night I'm visiting with you all on a Kenwood TS830 gold label. All that means is it was a later model with all the filters in it. Got all the station accessories to go with it, including the TL922 amplifier, which is a newly acquired piece for me, and it's doing plenty, about 1,200 or so. That's all it needs to do. It's playing real nice and quiet, and everybody's sounding great. So all that being said, oh yeah, it's a homebrew antenna tuner, and all that stuff. And let's see here. I don't think I have. The only name I have on the list, well, there's two, and one of them I'll be passing it to when I don't have anybody else to talk to, or when I have enough anyway. But someone that didn't answer a while ago might be there. KG5BZ. Ron, are you back? Well, nothing heard. Okay. Well, who else do we have for the Boat Anchors Unlimited tonight? Come now, please.
K0, Sierra Echo Delta.
Kilo 5, Lima Tango.
Okay, I didn't catch the third one. Who was the one after Lima Tango? Okay, I'll go with these three, and then we'll hit it again. SCD, Steve, go ahead.
Well, thanks, Jay. Good evening, all the boat anchors. K0 SCD in Tyler. Tonight I'm on trusty old Kenwood 520, which is back working again. Thanks to Rusty. He beat it back into submission, and it's up and running. And a 3001, Collins 3001. stand dipole up about 40-odd feet, and, that's about it, Jay. Turn her back to you and ready for Belton.
Yeah, it's a little less than 3 months now. I mean, gee whiz. Good deal, Steve. Sounding great. LT, your turn, sir.
Good evening, Jay. This is Lyle, Kilo 5 Lima Tango, in Bernie, Texas, just about 30 miles north of San Antonio. We're running the East Kid stuff tonight. Got the SB 101 running, going through the SB 221 amplifier out through a SA 2040 tuner, out to a double extended ZEP antenna running through the cedar trees. And, you are booming in here tonight. So, Jay, you're sounding good. And, yeah, I'm also dealing with static crashes, but not bad enough to make a difference tonight. But everything sounded good. We're doing good on this end. So, hope everybody has a good evening. Go out here in the old radios tonight. Talk to you later, Jay. K5LT.
All righty, Lyle. Good deal. Yeah, there are a few static crashes, and that's going to hang with us for the next few days, I'm sure, as that thing plays around and turns into a hurricane, then goes back up into Louisiana. Hopefully it won't be too... and I sure hope it doesn't mess with Slidell much. But it's going to, it's that time of year. Can I say? Thank you, Lyle. KE5Q, your turn, sir.
Yeah, KE5Q also is Kilo Echo 5 Quebec, Jim and Plano. On the Hot Water 12 Alpha, HW12A tonight. How copy?
I'm sorry, say again?
Yeah, I just wondering how you're copying the Hot Water 12, HW12A, Jay.
Oh, okay, you're on the Hot Water 12. It's a little, the static crashes are messing with you a little bit, but I'm hearing you.
Lots of static crashes here. There's storms here. Appreciate it. KM5QS, Kilo Echo 5 Quebec.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir. All right. Who's next?
Charlie Joseph.
November 5, Juliet India.
Okay, the first one was something Delta. Go ahead.
Yeah, Kilo Lima 7, Charlie Delta. You copy, Jake?
Oh, Lord, Mike. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, good deal. Thanks for picking me up. Conditions pretty well. I'm in New Mexico. Texas, but we come here at secondary CCS. We have University of New Mexico Thursday last week, and I'm running the temporary station in the utility room. Just going to be working on the shed outside, and air conditioning and heating in, insulating it, lighting, all that kind of stuff. And at that point in time, when I get all that fixed up, I'm going to move the boat anchor down here, or up here, or over here, pretty far west of New Braunfels, a little bit north, and I'll have a real boat anchor station. Tonight I'm running an Icon 701. I'm barefooted, and I bought this rig here in 1978, so it's 41 years old, but it's the right box. It's totally solid state, no tunes, so it doesn't qualify as a boat anchor. And I also have an amplifier that it does qualify as a boat anchor, but unfortunately here in the utility room, I don't have enough power to run. I mean, it's running the light from my neck, and it's a 110 volt amplifier, and I'm pretty sure it's plugged it in with a field breaker, so I'm unamplified barefooted. Anyway, going out here, 57 degrees this morning, and it got up pretty hot, almost near 90 today, but humidity's real low, we're at 7,000 feet, and once the sun goes down, I start getting a lot cooler, and I start getting good propagation. You guys were super weak there, beyond an hour behind you, so you were super weak when I first turned in around about 6 or 6:30, which will stay at 7:30 your time, but now everybody's picked the way up, so I look like to take it. I'm running, as I say, up about 35 feet from the Ponderosa. No bowing, no swimming, no
Jay. So that's how we does it.
Okay, Mike. It was a little bit of rough copy with the static crashes and stuff, but did you say you were operating a 701?
Yeah, Roger, Jay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it ought to be a boat anchor, even if it is solid state. They're plenty old enough. All righty, Michael. It's a little rough, but y'all, thanks for checking in, and we'll catch up with you later. Juliet, India, your turn, sir.
Thank you, Jay. This is November 5, Juliet, India, and in New Braunfels. Hope the weather turns good for the guys running over to Slidell. I'm betting this isn't going to be that big a storm, but what do I know? Tonight I'm on my old Yaesu FT901 DM. Stock in mic into a Clipper Tunnel. And out the window without a tuner or anything else to an inverted V at about 40 feet. Back to net. N5JJI.
Okay, Ed. Well, it may not be. It doesn't have to come all the way across the Gulf, so maybe it won't have time to intensify very much. We can certainly hope. Unfortunately, when they do that, they tend to drop a lot of rain. So anything with its own, I don't know. I'm not a weatherman. Shucks. If I'd ever had a job where I could be wrong 50% of the time, I don't think I could have stood it. Thanks for checking in, Ed. This is KM5QS looking for a couple more check-ins for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Who's next? KC5, say again, but come up the band a little bit.
KG5, Zulu X-ray.
Is that you, Hugo?
No, this is Frank. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, Frank, you're down the band quite a bit. That's why it's a little tough. You're real high pitched.
Okay, any better here?
Come up a little more.
Okay, how about that?
I'm not sure it's moving.
Okay, a little bit more.
I think he's going the wrong way, Jay.
No, he hasn't moved. He's still in the same spot. The transmit frequency does not appear to be moving.
Okay, how about that?
Nope, same place.
Quite a bit more.
How's this?
Now, what are you transmitting on?
I'm on ST101. I thought we were doing pretty good, because I tried it up against another radio, and it was sounding okay, so I'm sorry if I'm not there.
Well, I can understand you, but you're down the band probably at least 60 hertz.
300.
Say, Jay?
Yeah?
Yeah, that 101, isn't that radio famous for not transmitting and receiving on the same frequency?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah, I bet that's what's going on.
Yeah, that's probably what's happening, Frank. There's a place in there where you can adjust that, and I don't remember where it is. I think it's, no, I'm not going to say because I don't know. I'm not a Yaesu. If we had a Yaesu mechanic on board, he could probably tell you. But there's an equalizing control in there somewhere. Sorry, my finger slipped off the deal. You got plenty of signal. It just the frequency is a little rough to hear.
Okay, well, I tried to go up a little bit more with it. Am I even close there?
Oh, yeah. You went a little too far, but that's better than it was, so go ahead.
Okay, am I understandable here?
Yes, sir, you are.
Okay, well, I sincerely apologize for this because I've tried to get on here a couple other times, and I have gone through this thing with the manual and adjusted it, so I thought, and I bumped this thing up against another radio that I had here that's on frequency because I listen in on it all the time. And anyway, thought that we were good, so I apologize for that. My name is Frank. I am I still on? Am I still okay?
Yeah, you're still fine.
Okay, thank you. Frank, I'm about 30 miles east of Alamo City. This is a FT-101 that I thought was in pretty good shape, but I guess there's some more work I need to do on it. I'm talking into a D104. I've got a different amp on this thing today. I got this amp from a gentleman you guys call Dano. It's got a pair of Russians in it. The 7.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, I'm running inverted V antenna.
Are you still there, Frank?
I can hear him talking, but his audio's way down.
Yeah, something must have kicked out on him.
What happens when you date Russians?
You gotta watch them Russian girls, they're fast. Is he still talking? I cannot hear anything. Well, Frank, if you're still in there, if you can hear me, something tripped out on you or something, and we lost your audio. But thanks for checking in, and maybe next week you'll have a handle on it, and we can try it again. But don't be sorry. That's just part of the deal. Playing with these things is sometimes it happens. But come on back, Frank, when you get a chance. Who's next for the boat anchors? Well, nothing being heard. How about you, Rusty, WK5R, and then you can pick up some down the road. KM5QS to WK5R.
KM5QS, WK5R. Am I still on frequency, Jay?
Oh, you're pretty close.
Okay. All right. This is WK5R. Name's Rusty, located up here halfway between Dallas and Tyler. And tonight we're on the old helicopter's HT-37, and I'm receiving on a ICOM 706 Mark II-G. The microphone is Electro Voice 641. We're driving the Homebrew GS35B amplifier at a little bit over 1,300 watts into a Homebrew fan dipole of 50 feet. Okay, with that, Frank, if you can still hear me, if you're still listening, but it doesn't matter if you can respond or not, there are 3 places to adjust that. One, there's up underneath the, on the front, you have to turn it upside down to get to that one. The other 2 are on the top, in the middle, and the back. One board back there. You'll need to set your dial, and then adjust the receive to where it's right on with you transmitting on another radio, and then the other. Once you get that, then you can adjust the other one. I think it's the back one. And listen on the other radio to bring your transmit in line with that, and that should fix that problem. I had one here with 101 double E, but I got it pretty darn close. Anyway, with that, who else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited coming out?
Hey, Rusty, if you got a copy on me, I did hear you.
Roger. Is that you, Frank?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry I didn't identify myself. This is KG5ZZX. Man, I just burned the fuse up in my power supply. I guess I was running the D104 a little bit too hot. But anyway, not to be taking up a bunch of time from others, maybe I can get your phone number one of these days and we can talk a little bit. I did go through the process. I do have a manual here and, repair a service manual. And I thought I had everything pretty much in tune. But anyway, it needs more work. But maybe we can hook up some time and you might be able to give me a little bit more insight. KG5ZZX out.
Okay, Frank. Yeah, if you got a pencil, I'll go ahead and give you my phone number. Or you can look up WK5.org, and my phone number is on my online store.
Okay, if you don't mind, slap it on me. I've got a pencil.
All right, it is area code 903-873-3135. 903-873-3135. Did you get that, Frank?
Yes, sir, Rusty. I appreciate it. 903-873-3135. And, man, I sincerely apologize to all the other boat anchor people out there with some decent-sounding radios in here. I'm smoking in the water. But anyway, thank you, Rusty. KG5ZZX out.
Hey, Rusty, can I make a comment?
Hey, go ahead, man.
Yeah, hey, this is what we're here for. I mean, I'm on the worst single sideband rig ever made right now. It's all trial and error, so you're very welcome. Come back and let us know what progress you made. Over.
Yeah, and blown fuses are our specialty.
I'll add this into my bucket full, I guess. Now, what a poor showing for Dan's. This was my first time to have Dan's amplifier on here. Of course, that isn't the thing that went out. It was my radio not working right. But what a poor showing for Dan O's amplifier. I really enjoyed this thing here.
Well, this is what that's all about. You're quite welcome to give us another try. Back to you, Rusty, K5LY.
Okay, man. And yeah, they're right, Like Lynn says, odds are somebody here has addressed that problem before and it can help you out. So, yeah, you got the phone number right, and if I don't answer, please leave a message. That's what it says on my deal there, because it's for my business as well as personal there. So, anyway, hope that'll help you out, and I'll be glad to talk to you on the Twisted Pair. All right. Who else for Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
WA5EIJ with a comment.
Go ahead, Joseph.
Well, that previous station, if he's still listening, blown fuses are our specialty. But in fact, he's just a beginner. W5CMK and myself are the leaders in the blown fuse department, and everybody else is just starters. So don't worry about it. Blown fuse is part of this work. Back to you, Rusty, WA5EIJ.
Another twist on that. I'm a member of the Vacuum Release Club, over.
We got a lot of club members in here. Lynn's got a share of them, too.
Hey, Roger. All right, I'll try it one more time, and I may not be able to hang in here too much longer because I got storms coming down from the north, kind of bringing down my collar there, but they may slide to the east of me. Anyway, anybody else out there want to talk phone anchors coming out?
Hey, Rusty, quick observation.
Do what?
Hey, it's Mike, WA5NTT. You may already be aware of it, but you've got as much upper sideband as you do lower.
Oh yeah, I'm on the HT37. I'm well aware of it.
Okay, all right. Didn't realize it.
I'm still legal though. AM is legal. Anyway, all right. Thanks, Mike. Anybody else out there for Boat Anchors Unlimited?
Yeah, some claim this is the AM window.
All right, is there anybody else out there for Boat Anchors Unlimited? Well, I don't hear anybody. K5LYN, WK5R. Over to you, Lynn.
All right, Rusty, I'll add a little upper sideband to the mix here myself. K5LYN. Yeah, good evening, folks. Yeah, Rusty and I know about that. I gave him that radio because I couldn't get the upper sideband out of it. And I thought maybe he could make some progress, so that's still in the works. Anyway, Folks, this is the Heathkit single sideband adapter called an SB10 from about 60 years ago. It was Heathkit's first attempt to build a single sideband exciter, and they didn't get it quite right. I've been trying to see how close I can get it to making a tolerable signal by today's standards, and I'm maybe in the ballpark, but I don't think we're going to get there because the technology just isn't here. But I've got a little bit of sideband suppression, a little bit of carrier suppression. Maybe we'll go for it from there. I'm using the Collins 310B for the VFO, and the rig I adapted the single sideband to the Heathkit DX60, and that DX60 is driving my 30L1 here. So, who else wants to talk boat anchors tonight? K5LYN, calling and listening.
Kilo Charlie 5, Lima.
KC5L, pick it up.
Hey, good evening, Lynn, and the Boat Anchors Net. This is Tom, KC5L in San Antonio. And tonight you're listening to me on a Central Electronics 200B. The microphone is the T104 original, and it's going into a Palstar balance line tuner, homebrew, line, and a 80-meter doublet of about 15 feet or so. And I'm listening to you guys on a R390A. And just last week I did a couple of things. I replaced all of the tube shields with the IEC black shields. I found a hit on eBay with all the shields for the R390A. So happy to get that in there. And I'm also tapping off the diode load instead of the transformer output, and that's giving me a lot better receive audio. So anyhow, that's what's going on here. So back to net, KC5L.
Hey, it's working fine, Tom. Hey, when do we get to hear an amplifier on that radio? On a noisy night like this, it sure would be a lot of help.
Well, I'm trying to keep it all boat anchor here. I do have a solid-state amplifier, but I think that would be spoiling things a bit, and it would be take a bit of effort to get that wired up where I could switch between the two, but that's a project for down the road.
Okay, well, I can tell you the Collins 30L1 is hard to beat, and there's a great upgrade for it that's available. I've got two of them. In fact, you're hearing one of them now. But the Collins 30L1 it just sits there. It's quiet. You can get them for about $500, and it'll bring your output up to 600-700 watts, and it sure would make that thing talk louder. Over.
Roger. Well, actually, that is an option. I have the 30L1 here. I just don't have a place to put it in an operating position. But maybe I can come up with something. But yes, I do have a 30L1. If I could find a place to put it, that would be a workable solution.
Yeah, that's a great amplifier. I've got two of them. Okay, let's stay in touch on that deal. Anything else for the net tonight, Tom?
Nothing else for the net. Over.
All right. Who else wants to talk boat anchors here? K5LYN, calling and listening.
Alpha Delta Charlie.
ADC. Hey, Rick, how you doing?
Hey, good evening, Lynn. Everybody on the net. I'm doing fine, thank you, sir. And you sound good tonight. I guess you're still on the same one you were on last week. It sounds just as good as could be. And by the way, I did talk to Chuck, and he has the knobs, but they're not usable. Apparently they deteriorated over the years, so that's becoming quite a problem. So I'm still looking for a knob for a Telecrafters S28 for the band switch knob.
Okay. Yeah, he told me that knob had a tendency to deteriorate. He thought maybe he had one that would work. Well, Chuck is our best source. Good luck. You may have to come up with some kind of an alternative.
Yeah, I just may, unless I can find some kind of a duplicate that is made out of modern materials. But who knows? Anyway, I'm on the TL922 being driven by TS820. And I'm tonight in a Shure 44D mic.
Oh, it's doing great. You know, I always have a warm place in my heart for your Gonset GSB 100, but that station will work too.
Yeah, Roger. Well, yeah, my other bench is kind of torn apart, so this is the only thing I could turn on and stabilizing them.
15 minutes, I realized the net was on.
Yeah, that's right. We're all busy these days. Okay, any chance you joining us over in Slidell, Louisiana for the big Central Electronics Vintage Radio meeting? Not this weekend, but the next over?
You know what? I'd like to do a little traveling and get up there, but I don't think so. But that's all I need to do is get to collecting another kind of radio. I've got too many now. I'm going to have to get rid of some of them.
Yeah, no such thing as too many radios.
Okay, I know. We all have too many, Rick. That's the curse that we live with. Remember, these things keep us attached to this earth in our old age.
Yeah, I guess so. No, there's no such thing as too many radios to a ham, but to a ham's wife, that's a different story.
Absolutely. All right, Rick, great to hear you. Anything else for the net tonight?
No, it's 7-3.
Okay, let's see if there's anybody else who wants to talk to me before I give it back to Jay. K5LYN, calling and listening. Maybe not. We covered the territory. Great net tonight. Jay, pick it up. KM5QS, K5LYN.
All righty, we'll give her another shot. We may have fished the pond dry with the crashes and stuff going on. All right, folks, one more time to get in on the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Anybody we haven't talked to yet, or anybody that checked in and stepped away and now you wandered back, like you, Ron, KG5BZ, if you're out there, or anyone else, come now, please. My goodness. Well, maybe people are still eating dinner, Lynn. Or something. Lynn's taking a break, probably. Let me see. I don't have much more to say. I sure do like this old 922 that I picked up. Kenwood likes it too. 830, all that stuff. Static crashes, storms, Slidell coming up. That's going to be a good show over there if it doesn't rain too much. Hopefully it won't. And with that, Lynn, are you back yet?
Yeah, my wife texted me that she was on the way home, so I went to unlock the door and turn on the light, Jay. Yeah, carry on or pass it back to Rusty. Maybe he'll scrounge up somebody up north, but I think we've had a great net tonight. I'll say K5LYN 73s and listen out.
Okay, good deal. All righty. Well, yeah, I guess I'll do that. Folks, we enjoyed it. Even with and if one or two of you had a few little ups and downs, hey, that's what it's all about. We've all been there. Yeah, you don't have to worry about being in the barrel because it'll be somebody else's turn next week. That's okay. That's part of the fun. Rusty, if you want to wrap it up, I'll give it back to you. KM5QS.
Okay, Jay. KM5QS, WK5R, now the Switch Radios. And I'm over on this is still a boat anchor. I'm over on the Yaesu FT102. The microphone is an Audio Technica AT2035. And I'm still driving the GS35B Homebrew. A little bit more, because this one will drive a little more. It's right about 1,400. Anyway, if anybody else left out there that wants to check in the boat anchors before we close this net session, come now. Well, I didn't hear anybody. I'd like to thank everybody that did check in between the static crashes, because we just had 3 of the net controls here tonight. We actually have 5. Regardless, how many net controls we have, we couldn't do this without you guys taking the time to get these things on the air. So we appreciate all of y'all for checking in. And for Jay and Lynn and myself, we'll catch y'all next time. This is WK5R now closing the Wednesday night Boat Anchors Unlimited net and returning strictly to normal amateur abuse.
Comment?
Go ahead.
Yeah, Rusty, this is Doug WB1E. I just thought I'd say, you know, the rule about the boat anchors is sort of like a Deep Purple song. You can't have a little fire in the sky without a little smoke on the water. Hi, hi.
Actually, you need to change the words to that. Little smoke in the shack.
Well, yeah, it comes out of the shack, and then you bring the fire hose in, and then that's where it's smoke on the water. I guess by that time it's more steam than anything.
You don't want no fool with a flare gun inside your shack.
Yep. Yeah, that's why I don't leave anything tubes on. You know, if I leave the room, I shut the tube stuff off.
Well, see, that's part of the song. So some stupid with a flare gun burnt the place to the ground.
Well, yeah, okay, you're right.
Water on the radio is like throwing water on a grease fire.
Not cool. At least not for long.
Hey, y'all, how'd my SB10 do tonight?
Still sounds great, Lynn.
Sounds awesome, Lynn.
Well, thanks. It's living dangerously, but it's pretty fun to play with.